Welcome back once again here on this Father's Day. Again, a happy Father's Day to all you out there. We are so glad to have with us, joining us by phone out in LA, California, is Ivan Schwartz. He is the president and executive director of the Greater Cleveland Film Commission. And once again, thanks for spending some time with us. We were talking about what it really takes to get things going here in the state of Ohio. And my last question for you really had to do with the video game industry as well. And people don't realize there are projects here in the state of Ohio. In fact, in the year 2012, I'm looking, there's $116,000 awarded to a project for a video game in Akron. I mean, how popular are these and how big of industry is this, and how does film production play into video games?
Well, I mean, it's a huge industry right now. And, you know, people think film, you know, movies, because that's what we know when they go to the movie theaters and they see Avengers and all that. But, you know, this film incentive covers, you know, web series, television series, commercials, gaming. And the gaming industry is huge. And one of our goals in the near future, now that we've got, you know, to have the incentive doubled, is to go after many of those other, you know, media type of production. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not just about the movies. We all talk about the movies because that's what we know. But the truth is that this incentive is designed to attract all types of media to the state of Ohio. And I really believe that gaming and some of those other things are vital to the success of, because this is about building an industry. This is not about wooing a movie here and having, you know, Robert Downey Jr. walking through the streets of Cleveland. This is about creating jobs and opportunities for young people. We don't have industries that attract young people in large numbers in the state of Ohio. And I really believe that having a media industry in the state, not just Cleveland, but in the state of Ohio, will help keep young people and help us create, and instead of people leaving the state, will help bring people to the state and bring people home.
And last question, why is it going to take somebody like you with your background to get things going here in Northwest Ohio? Because I guess the other question is, would it take somebody like you? Because there are a lot of up-and-coming filmmakers. I know they're out there. I know they're watching today, aspiring to make that first small film, that medium size, or even get the big budget one made. I guess, what is it going to take? Who is it going to take?
Well, I mean, first of all, you know, everybody thinks that they can make a movie because you can go buy a Canon D5 and, you know, and movies have been shot on that everybody thinks they can do it. And the truth is, to make a successful film is a hugely hard and arduous process. And, you know, what's really great about having the incentive is it makes it easier for filmmakers to make films, because it's not that you have to come up, let's say you have a budget of $1 million, and you know that the state's going to give you $250,000 back. That money doesn't go into the producer's pocket. That goes toward the budget. They're going to go out and they're going to borrow that money against the state giving them that money, and it never leaves the state, because they use that money as part of their budget to create, you know, their product. But, you know, people don't know, you know, how hard it really is. But this is not an easy business. And I think that to be successful, you really have to understand not just coming out and wooing to Hollywood, but how the industry works. I mean, one of the things that I think appeals to filmmakers is that I speak their language. I mean, you don't go to a podiatrist if you're going to have heart surgery, you know, and also the language of heart surgery is different from podiatry, even though it's the same, you know, you're both doctors. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with film. You know, you need people that speak the language, understand the culture, because when people come into town, they want to know and feel comfortable that you understand what they're talking about.
Well, Mr. Schwartz, we so appreciate you taking the time to talk with us while you are out on the West Coast, and kind of, I guess, give us a little bit of a boost, a kick to get things going here in the Toledo area and what it takes. But as you said, it's a regional, even a statewide initiative to try to get this industry to be something of, I guess, of envy for other states around the country.
Yeah, and I appreciate your time, and if there's anything we can do to help the Toledo area, we're here. I mean, like I said, this is a team effort.
Well, we appreciate it. Continued good luck to you and success, and safe travels back to the Cleveland area. We will let you go, and as we go to break, we want to point out our last graphic here in the control room to show people at home as far as that economic impact and what it has meant over the last few years here in the state of Ohio. Ohio Film Production Tax Credit, which we said is going up to $20 million next year, $20 million the year after that. So both for 2013 and for 2014, even though it was just $10 million this year. The economic impact over the last 3 years, $138 million in economic activity across the state because of the movies that are being shot and the video games that are being shot here in the state of Ohio. And as you heard Mr. Schwartz say, this is really not only an Ohio Film Production Tax Credit, but an Ohio Media Tax Credit. So we'll continue to watch this story as it unfolds and bring you more guests as far as those who are getting involved in projects here in Toledo, trying to spearhead the efforts to get more money, more production here in Northwest Ohio. We will have our final segment for you here on the Roundtable right after this. Stay with us.